is it possible Marshawn Lynch is not done playing, and the Isaiah Crowell injury to his Achilles means that we may still get Marshawn Lynch one more time for the Raiders this year?
I'd be surprised, because the point of having Marshawn Lynch is using him. And I don't know that John Gruden wants to use him anymore. I mean, that was sort of made clear before. And I'm not sure that John Gruden goes back. I mean, I think in general, he leaves scorched earth behind him and goes forward. At least that has been the MO the second time in Oakland, when he's got complete freedom of movement. So I'm guessing not. I mean, it's an interesting thought, but it's largely an interesting thought for nostalgic reasons. If they wanted Marshawn Lynch back, they would have made this happen before now. And I think they sort of made it clear when they got Crowell and then drafted the way they did, that they'd moved on, and I don't know that they moved back.
Well, I mean, Josh Jacobs is a really special player from Alabama who they were able to get down in the 20s, and then went with Cleveland Ferrell at the top of the draft. And I kind of think that Mayock's been hitting this thing out of the park, from acquiring Antonio Brown to drafting the way that he drafted to handling his business in a manner that first-time general managers might stumble. I wonder what you think.
Well, first of all, my sense is that John Gruden does the directing and Mayock does the heavy lifting. Because I think Mayock was brought in to be the detail guy, but John Gruden has his vision, and he doesn't want to be bothered with, the procedure stuff. So I think if you're going to say Mayock, you've got to say Gruden first. In the same way that when you say John Lynch, you have to say Kyle Shanahan first. One guy has the vision. The other guy is the one who's supposed to find the ingredients so that the visionary can make the meal. Secondly, I don't know if he hit it out of the park, because on the one hand, I hate draft nerds because they always talk about perceived value within the draft. And yet, I don't know if those guys are going to be useful players for them, just because you don't know if anybody is going to be a useful player for anybody, especially on a bad team, because, one, injuries, and two, bad teams tend not to function well, so that good players can get wasted. So I'm not making a judgment on any of them yet. I mean, they were interesting picks because, the nerd punditry said, oh, they got those guys too early. But that argument ends the day the draft ends, because at that point it doesn't matter anymore.
Well, I mean,
so my answer to you is a firm beats me.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.